The Food Bank of El Dorado County works closely with an organization in Sacramento known as FoodLink. FoodLink warehouses and distributes USDA commodities in El Dorado County and through the rest of the state. The Food Bank of El Dorado County is the food bank for El Dorado County that distributes commodities in El Dorado County. Commodities consist of food items that the federal government purchases and distributes to each local state government, which is in turn distributed in each county. We work closely with FoodLink, and we are able to work together to feed the hungry people in El Dorado County. The food bank utilizes volunteers in feeding the hungry in El Dorado County. Today we're looking at some bags that have been bagged up by volunteers at the food bank that we will in turn distribute to needy families throughout the county. Another program we started is the Senior Brown Bag Program that supplies food to low-income seniors 60 and over on a daily basis. We have sites strategically placed throughout El Dorado County, from El Dorado Hills to South Lake Tahoe, that distribute these foods to seniors and families and children in need on a monthly basis. These are just some of the bags that are ready to go out to these sites in the county.
Today, the camera crew and I are at FoodLink in Sacramento, California. Today, this forklift is loading a FoodLink truck to go to the Food Bank of El Dorado County in Diamond Springs, California. FoodLink is a 12-acre operation, and their trucks can haul up to 80,000 pounds. I got in the truck and rode to Diamond Springs with the FoodLink driver, Jose. Here, Mike and Jose are unloading the truck at the Food Bank of El Dorado County in Diamond Springs. Volunteers are unloading the truck at Mike Sproul's largest commodity site at the Organ Room in the El Dorado County Fairgrounds. A senior citizen is filling out paperwork for the Brown Bag Program, which is available to people 65 and up. Today, I'm filming at Green Valley Community Church in Placerville, California, where Shannon and Nick are breaking down bulk boxes after bagging them into personalized bags. Here, Ron, Tim, and Mike are unloading a truck at Green Valley Community Church. Green Valley Community Church is one of Mike Sproul's 30 distribution sites in El Dorado County. Today we have Ed Heater here at the Pioneer Community Center, and today we're going to ask him some questions about this commodity site. Ed, since you've been coming to the food bank's commodity site, such as this one, have you been more financially independent?
Kind of mediocre. This is the third time I've been here, but it does help a lot. I'm starting to store up for winter like a squirrel. Winters get pretty rough around here. And the price of gasoline, the price of propane will definitely takes away from the grocery money for buying kids groceries, and this helps a lot.
Has the food you've gotten from the food bank's commodity sites added nutritional value in the food you and your family eat?
Most definitely. They give us grains, canned goods, and bread. Yeah, yes, I'd say most definitely.
Since you rent, how hard is it to pay the rent, buy food, pay the propane bill?
Takes everything I got. Everything I got. And then with these new schools nowadays, you almost have to have a separate bank account to make sure kids can get through high school. So yeah, it takes everything I got.
Do you have any money left over at the end of the month for yourself, or?
I have no money left over after the first 2 weeks. I'd like to give a little background on myself. Most people see me sitting here and say, well, that's a healthy man sitting there. Why isn't he out working? Well, I spent 27 years falling timber. I've been a logger ever since I was 17 years old. 11 years ago, I got a brain tumor. So that's my excuse. I feel healthy in body, but the mindset, I got a condition called narcolepsy. I sleep a lot. And with 3 kids, it's real tough. They drain me quicker. I got a lot of respect for what women do with kids. But this food bank helps me out a lot. It makes sure that I don't have to worry about where my next meal is going to be for my kids. And there's a lot of good people around here that donate food to people like us and the seniors that have a hard time working too. There's not the menial jobs out there that there used to be where people can just quit one job one day and go to work on another job the next day. It just don't work that way no more. It's called high tech. And supporting 3 kids on disability is pretty rough.
Okay. Well, if it weren't for the food bank, Todd, I would have to do without a lot of meals because my medical bills would, besides my rent and utilities, would take everything that I do receive from Social Security. So it helps me very much to have both the brown bag and the commodities. And it has been very helpful that it is once a month for both of them. Go to one site and sign up for both programs.
Has the food you've gotten from the food bank commodity sites added nutritional value to what you eat?
A lot of times there are fresh vegetables. There's always bread. A lot of times there are oatmeal and other things that are very nutritious that are included, and without them, I would have to do without those things.
How hard is it for you to pay the rent, buy food, and pay all the other gas, electric bills at the end of the month?
Well, it's very difficult because I also have to buy wood and propane besides my space rent, electricity, and telephone. Because propane is so high, I cannot run my furnace all the time. So I have to be able to buy both. And if I had to spend that money for food, I would either have to do without heat or without food.
How would you be food-wise if the food bank didn't exist?
I would have very little food if the food bank did not exist. Because like I say, they provide, sometimes there are fresh vegetables and fruit, and those things are very expensive in the stores now. And I just wouldn't be able to buy them.
Now, we're going to let you say your opinion on what you think of the food bank and how your daily life is from month to month, day to day. So, go ahead.
Well, the food bank has been a lot of help, and recently it has been increased up here in the Somerset, Pleasant Valley, and Mount Auckham area. There has always been a little bit, but it has been worked on and increased and brought in a lot more people who are very, very thankful for the food that they get. There are also free clothes provided, because they are donated to the group so that people can go through and pick out free clothes for their families. And you will notice that there are a lot of people that do shop for the clothes along with picking up the food, and they count on it for the month. It has made a big difference in my life because once a month I can come and sign up, pick it all up, and then I can plan out what I have to buy for the month.
Thank you, Jean.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.